Alrighty, hey guys, Stan the Man here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're just going to be continuing our WrestleMania countdown to WrestleMania 41. Basically, I've just been reviewing the past 20 WrestleManias, 20 to 40. Just doing a little countdown until we make it to WrestleMania 41. In today's WrestleMania, we will be reviewing WrestleMania 23, which took place in Michigan at Ford Field in 2007. So, yeah, guys, without any further ado, let's get right into this. Always, it's not in any particular order, or I'm just doing the important matches that I believe really made the show. So, we have John Cena defending the WWE Championship against Shawn Michaels in the main event. Honestly, this is amazing that this match even happened. You know, you think, oh, well, it's a shame John Cena and Randy Orton didn't have a one-on-one match at Mania, or John Cena and Edge, but this is one that they actually did right and made good. Now, basically, leading up to this, Shawn and Cena were actually basically tag team partners, and they made a whole big deal that Shawn Michaels has turned on every tag team partner he's had. They've done a few teases and stuff like that. I think even Shawn ended up switching musicking Cena. They kind of accidentally won the tag team titles just because, you know, they're so good. And, you know, they don't have to try to beat the champions. I don't even know who the champs were at that time. But, you know, anyways, we make it to the main event. And, guys, you already know it's an insane freaking match. It's John Cena and Shawn Michaels, two of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I remember one of the crucial freaking spots was Shawn Michaels pile drove John Cena onto the steel steps. It was absolutely insane, really crazy spot. You know, as always, a bunch of near falls and stuff like that. But in the end, John Cena came out victorious, which, you know, that's pretty crazy. Because, you know, like I was saying, at WrestleMania 21, John Cena won the title, but he didn't really prove himself that he was a main event guy necessarily. But the year before, he beat Triple H, and now at this WrestleMania, he beat the icon, Mr. WrestleMania himself, Shawn Michaels, in an absolute amazing match. Okay, up next, we have The Undertaker, taking on the world champion, Batista. I thought The Undertaker was the champion at first, but anyways, this match wasn't even that long. Undertaker himself said he didn't think this match was going to be great. Dude, the second the friggin' bell rings, Batista runs across the ring and spears the shit out of Taker, trying to get a fall instantly. You know, these guys are both 300-pound dudes, so two bulls going at it, that's definitely exciting. And there was amazing outside the ring spots where Batista running power slam Taker through the announce table, which was absolutely insane. And also when the Undertaker did the dead man's dive, jumped right over the rope clean, right onto Batista, being 6'8" and just running and jumping over the rope like it's absolutely nothing is just crazy. And what made this even more crazy is Batista was a babyface. Everybody loved him. But he was getting mixed reactions. Half the crowd was cheering for him. The other half was booing. And that just shows how great both these wrestlers are. Everybody loves The Undertaker. Everybody loved Batista. But, you know, in the end, The Undertaker won the World Heavyweight Championship from Batista. And it's awesome. You know, it's the iconic moment. You see the picture everywhere. I'll put it in here where Undertaker's kneeling with the World Heavyweight Championship in the purple lighting. It's just awesome for Undertaker being the vet he was even at that time, not expecting much from the match, but it ended up being an amazing match. That just tells you how good of a match they really made it with the little time restraint that they honestly had. Alright, up next we have the controversial one. The hair versus hair match. So, basically, Vince McMahon picked Umaga to fight for him. Trump got to pick Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley was one of the most rising stars at the time, so I think they were really trying to get him risen. So basically, if Vince's guy won, Trump had to shave his head. If Bobby Lashley won, Trump's guy, Vince was going to have to shave his head. Well, obviously, Bobby Lashley defeated Umaga, so Vince had to get his head shaved. You know, definitely an iconic moment. You know, that match alone made that one of the most bought pay-per-views up to that time in 2007. I believe it got beat in 2012. But, you know, they were advertising it as the Battle of the Millionaires. And, you know, that just made a lot of money itself there. I mean, the match was okay. You know, it's always awesome to see Bobby Lashley just manhandle the shit out of somebody. You know, the match was decent. Funny enough, you know, Bobby Lashley ended up quitting after because he thought he didn't get paid enough money for the match. But anyways, you know, that was just one of the most iconic matches that there was. I mean, it wasn't necessarily a good match, but, you know, just everything that was on the line and everything at stake, it just made it a match. You know, the Battle of the Billionaires. And the sad part is, they actually built a really good story. Like, half the other matches on the card weren't even as great as stories as that, but they did make a good story, so that's probably what sold it big as well. And next, you know, there wasn't a lot of matches on this card, great ones, so I put the Money in the Bank ladder match, where the main guys in it were Mr. Kennedy, CM Punk, Randy Orton, Edge, and Jeff Hardy. Like, that is just a starstruck freaking Money in the Bank match. But anyways, I believe this was the year that Jeff Hardy was supposed to win, but, you know, failing drug test and all that fun stuff Jeff Hardy ended up doing, you know, it bit him in the ass in the end, but he was still there. This is where Jeff Hardy climbs all the way to the top of the ladder and jumps out of the ring, putting Edge through a ladder. Edge said that was the worst bump he ever took in his entire life. But anyways, the winner of the match ended up being Mr. Kennedy. He was very big. It seemed like he was the next big thing, next rising star. You know, he won that, but basically backstage politics and a bunch of shit got him in trouble. I know there was a lot of stuff that he wasn't a safe worker and stuff like that. So basically, you know, it ended up being a match for the briefcase. Edge ended up winning, taking the briefcase away from him. And then 2 years later, Kennedy suplexed Randy Orton wrong, hurt him. And not long after that, he was fired. So, you know, that pretty much finished Kennedy's career right there. But, you know, at least Edge was able to capitalize on it. But, yeah, guys, that is going to be it for this video. WrestleMania 23 here. You know, comment down what match you loved, what matches you were surprised, who you wanted to win, stuff like that. But, yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. And I will see you at the next WrestleMania 24 review.